Ever wondered what the most expensive Premier League starting 11 would look like? Well, I decided to find out. Now, a lot of Premier League teams play 4-3-3 or a version of 4-3-3, so I've decided for this video that that's my formation of choice. So let's get into it. Let's see who would make the Premier League's most expensive starting 11. And let's start with the goalkeeper. So the transfer record for goalkeepers recently has been broken quite a few times, but actually the most expensive keeper, or should I say Kepa. Sorry, that was really lame, wasn't it? So the most expensive goalkeeper in the world actually belongs to a Premier League team at the moment. That team is Chelsea, and the player is called Kepa. You might remember him from earlier this year in the League Cup final, refusing to come off just before the penalty shootout. He cost Chelsea £71.6 million, so he is straight in as number one in our Premier League most expensive 11. On to the back four now, and just to clarify, I went just for 4 defenders. I didn't really look at fullbacks as such, although one of the players does happen to be a fullback, so that's kind of what I went with. So the cheapest defender we could get for our Premier League most expensive 11 would be £57 million that Manchester City paid for Laporte. And that'd be followed by his new teammate Cancelo, who cost the club £60 million this summer. And the central defenders are probably 2 of the most talked about defenders recently. We've got Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool, who cost the club £75 million when they signed him from Southampton. And he'd be partnered by Harry Maguire, of course, who Manchester United paid £80 million for in the latest transfer window. And obviously it's going to be really interesting to see how Harry Maguire gets on and if he can improve that Manchester United defence, or if he can improve that Man United defence as much as they hope he can. But you have to say, what price would Van Dijk go for now after the couple of seasons he's had at Liverpool? So £75 million suddenly looking a bit of a bargain when Harry Maguire's costed £80 million. Into the midfield now, and it's an area dominated by Manchester. We've got 2 from Man City, 1 from Man United. De Bruyne comes in as the cheapest midfielder at £65 million. He came from Wolfsburg in 2015. What a bargain he's been. What a player he is. He's going to have another brilliant season if he can stay injury free, I'm sure of it. Absolutely top player. And the other Man City player is Man City's latest signing, Rodri, who came for £65 million from Atletico Madrid this season. He's obviously only played 1 game so far. We will see how he gets on as the season progresses, but I expect, because he's been signed by Pep Guardiola, he'll probably be quite good. And alongside those 2 Manchester City players, of course, would be Manchester United's Paul Pogba. Now, Pogba, we don't know how much longer he's going to be a Manchester United player for. He seems to be wanting to leave, but perhaps he doesn't get on with Solskjaer so well. So how long he'll remain in this Premier League 11, who knows? But Pogba cost a huge £89 million for Manchester United just 3 years ago in 2016. So let's move into attack now. In attack, we've looked at strikers and forwards. So some of the players here you might sort of associate more as midfielders or attackers rather than out-and-out strikers. So let's get on with it. So the first player we've got is £60 million, and that is Mahrez, who plays for Manchester City. He's obviously a bit of a bit part player at Man City now. He doesn't play every game, and he's still a really good player, but £60 million for someone who's basically not a first-team regular just shows how much money Man City have. And working alongside Mahrez, we've got Pepe for Arsenal. The Gunners' record signing at £72 million. He joined them this summer. The Gunners fans really excited about this player. He's only played 1 substitute appearance so far, obviously really early in the season, so we can't read anything into it yet, but they seem really excited about him, and it'll be really interesting to see how he gets on this summer. I certainly think he's going to have a really good season, especially with the way Arsenal play attacking football. And up top is another gunner, Aubameyang. Absolutely, I love this player. I love this guy. I think he's one of the most. I think he's actually underrated for a striker. He's absolutely brilliant. I'm sure he's going to have another amazing season this season. He's going to score a ton of goals for Arsenal. He already scored a brilliant goal against my team, Newcastle, at the weekend. Really nice finish, and you give that guy the ball and he is going to score a ton of goals. So Aubameyang only cost £56 million from Dortmund in 2018. That's going to look like an absolute bargain. If it doesn't already, it's certainly going to look like a bargain, in my opinion, in the next 2 or 3 years, because I think that guy is going to just score. He's going to be 20, 25 goals plus a season for the next however many years. He's definitely a world-class Premier League striker. So there we have it, the Premier League's most expensive starting 11 at the moment. There it is on the screen right now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that that's the best team in the league? Do you think that it could be improved? Do you think that there's players who perhaps haven't ever been sold for a transfer fee who would be better in that team? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you really soon for another video on Real Football UK.